there, YouTubers. Well, we're late in the afternoon the next day. Just got back from Pennsylvania. What a beautiful drive. I was going down, went up, I guess 86 to 516 to 216 to 83 to 30 to 340 to where I needed to go. That's about the vicinity it was. And looked at the thing that I was looking at. And I'm not going to get it. Just not going to get it. It was very rusty. Only thing that I can think is maybe, or it's a good possibility, it has more rust on it than the Titanic. 1/8 inch steel that was on it was rusted down to paper thin, and you could bend it with your fingers. So there's just the, but I got measurements off of it, and what I think it'll do will work. But not that one. Anyhow, I was going to do, I'm driving up there. That's where I got the thing, you need to buy it if, you need to buy it if. And I was thinking, what's the purpose? You're driving for 2 hours and you're sitting this and thinking that. In between looking at all the beautiful houses up there and the beautiful farms. My goodness, that stretch across 340 was from 30. Was just absolutely just gorgeous. Houses were just beautiful. You look out and you see nothing but farms. But anyhow, I already had a train wreck. So anyhow, where was I? I don't remember. Oh, the purpose of this. The purpose. Do you have a dream and that gives you the purpose, or do you have a purpose and that gives you the dream, or do you have an idea? The idea came from a dream. And then if it doesn't come through, is it a wasted dream? Or, if you don't have any dreams, you don't have any place to go. You might as well just sit in your easy chair and watch TV. And if you don't have any hope, maybe I don't know. But what comes first, the dream or the idea or the purpose? So now I have a purpose, and so now I kind of got a dream or got an idea, then I got a kind of dream, but it didn't come through, and that's I'm bewildered on that. I had everything written down in my head, but it got erased on the ride back. I stopped, and anyhow, that's that much on that. I stopped on the way back through, I think I might have been in Glen Rock, maybe Lineborough. And there's an old gas station there with an old, I think it's a Cincinnati clock hanging outside on the wall, keeping perfect time, like the one I have in my garage. And just for the grins, I stopped in, and there was an old guy behind the counter, and I said, "How many times a week do people come in to pester you about that clock?" He just kind of looked up and smiled, and he said, "A lot." It's a beautiful old Cincinnati clock. It's a neon clock, and it's probably almost 2 foot in diameter. I got to get working on mine. I have to repair mine, take it apart, and it's a bear to take those things apart. But so that was interesting. Then I stopped. I stopped at a couple other places that were pretty interesting. I didn't just. I went there pretty much directly. I did get the GPS working this time, where it let me down the last time. But its famous words are, make a U-turn, turn around, or something like that. Turn around at your next chance. I forget what it says. It doesn't say recalculating anymore. It says turn around. So, but I didn't turn around because I knew I was going where I wanted to go, not where it wanted me to go, once I got to that point. Anyhow, I got to show you a little bit. I did get those boards trimmed up, and they're over here kind of stickered. I guess you can see them all stickered there in the way. That whole, everything on that log deck needs to be burned up or thrown away. I got all the trims that were down at that end. They're up being burnt, and all the slab wood's going to be burnt. But what I'm going to do after I get you off this camera, or out once I once I close this out, it's getting late. It's probably about 4:30. I want to go back and get the Bobcat come up here and work, but it's probably too late to even get that started. Plus, there's a hunter back there trying to get Bambi. So what I'm going to do after I hang you guys up, I'm going to try to get those boards down there back down there. Of course, then they're going to be in the way there too, because then when I got to get that, well, maybe I'll just try to get that piece out from down there, because they'd be in the way to move the move that. Yeah, see, it's kind of close here, but I like to get that down. If I pull the head blocks in, push that forward, I can roll this down, but I can't get by these boards. Okay. Now I'd put those boards in the barn, like people say. Just, you know, with all the wood you got there, you need to build a barn to put the wood in. The reason that wood's there is because the other 10 barns are filled up. Okay, so that idea is shot. And then a couple good ideas people gave me was, you know, put the wood on the back of the barn, but those are 2x4s or 1.5 by 3.5. So I don't know what they are on the top. There's 1.5 by 6s on the bottom, or 2 by 6s, whatever you want to call them. I got tin going on the back of this building, and it's been back there for a long time. So this is going to get tin back here when I get around to it. But I'm getting further along. I could start laying tin down to where I got these bolts, so down to where we're at now. Actually, I could tin all that, and I had to go buy a little bit more tin. Don't care what it looks like. I'll use it if it doesn't look too bad. It's been back here for 20 years probably. And there's another piece down there. I should probably put stuff like that up there first. And I should probably take some of the stuff that went over the hill first. I do like having my walkway back here. That might get put up too. The white side's going on the inside. I don't care what color the outside is. But I'm not quite sure how to start putting the tin up. I'm not real good at that part of it. But that worked here real good for keeping me from getting water bellies. And that fits in there pretty nice too, doesn't it? But if you have something like that goes all the way to the edges or something like that, is all it's going to do is build up with sawdust and leaves and debris. So you want some opening in there so it'll go down. So anyhow, that's about it for this video. I'm going to start seeing what I can do about getting these boards down to that side. You know, if I start this mill up and bring this whole carriage down to here, then I won't have such an obstacle getting around there. So I might do that. I'll play with it a little bit, but I'm going to get the boards there so tomorrow I really want to get those two last ones up and done. That's the goal for tomorrow. And so that's about it. Oh, I forgot. You guys wanted to know what I went up to look at, didn't you? Well, guess what? I ain't going to tell you. I got one on you. What you're going to have to do is I'm going to put this video on tonight because I don't have a bunch banked. And then I did a 5-minute video of what I was looking at the place I was looking at it. And you'll see what it is. And then on the next video, I'll kind of explain the thoughts behind it. So I think that's kind of funny. Kind of leave you hanging a little bit, didn't I? So I got to get Mr. Lifted to move that piece out of here, and I got to get in here and move this piece out of here. Now that the temperature is coming up, we had 2 inches of water before it froze, and this place is turning into a slop hole. I'm trying not to drive around too much. You would have thought it would have freeze dried a little bit, but you can see every place I drive there's a path. You can see exactly where I've been, and it turns into a mud hole. I think I like Mike Morgan's idea. Just put tons of rock down. That's all you gotta do, and that'll fix everything. And more rock, more rock, more rock. He's a pretty smart person to think that. Pretty smart person to do that. I'm not that smart. Anyhow, so you watch this one, and you can go to the next one. I'll put it on after this one. And once you open it up, you can either look at it or not look at it. It'll be your choice, and I'll probably explain it a little bit more on the next video. I'm hoping to get that up tomorrow and see you guys back tomorrow doing that. In fact, I might put all those boards right here. I think I'll do that because I can walk straight through here, hit my head on that. I know I've told you 1,000 times I've hit my head on that, and I mean, I've almost had stitches. So yeah, but then I can't roll this log in, and then I got to move them again. Doesn't matter what you do, you got to move them. And that's why I'm just, you know, frustrated with all the wood. Burn a lot of it. What was that? You guys didn't hear the big crash over there. The big crash over there. Anyhow, we are at sunset. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and you better hit that bell icon, because if you don't hit that bell icon, you might have to look for what I went up and looked at. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.